Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I am here to do another Take Out the Trash Tuesday. So it is the Christmas season, and we have a lot of flotsam and jetsam around the house. So, for example, yesterday I was at the office, and one of the girls made Christmas cookies for everybody, and they were in these adorable little boxes. Now, of course, the boxes were destroyed because the butter and whatever greases up the box, but I saved this piece of acetate from the top of the box. They were really adorable, and she had a cute doily inside too, a paper doily, and I was really sad I couldn't save that. Doug went to a Christmas party last night for his job, and he has this envelope, this Christmas card, and this gift bag that I want to recycle into something usable. So, let's get started. Well, let's deal with this big thing first. I don't have any thoughts as to how I'm going to use this just right now, but I'm going to cut it down so that I can recycle it into my stash. And yeah, it's not really my go-to aesthetic, but if nothing else, I can use it to scrap paper. Or I can cover the Christmas lights side, and I have the brown paper, I was going to say brown paper packaging, but this is pretty noisy. Can all go right there in the recycle. Okay, so this handle doesn't look like I'm going to be able to tear off too much there, but I wanted to see what this looks like. You know what it reminds me of is dried corn husk. Well, that's kind of fun. I'm thinking I might save this and turn it into something that looks like seaweed for one of my seashore journals. It's very lightweight. It's got lots of texture. It's a good color. Okay. What do you look like? This looks like it might be just brown paper. Try to untwist this. Yeah, I can see adding this to something as some texture. I could maybe even make like little paper bows out of it. I don't know. I don't like this thick part, so I'm going to cut that off. And I don't like this thick part. Cut that off. I'm going to put this with my Christmas scraps. Yeah, Doug was out late last night for his Christmas work party. And he brought home these cookies. They were absolute works of art. And it was someone's daughter who made them. I took a photo. They were so beautiful. I will try to remember to include that. We're having our Christmas potluck on Wednesday. And I woke up with an idea for what I might want to make for the potluck. So I guess you could say I'm a wannabe Newfoundlander. And 2 years ago when we spent Christmas with my son that's in the Navy and his wife who's a Newfoundlander, I baked a traditional Christmas cake that has baking gums in it. So it's like gumdrop cake or something. I don't know what they call it. But it's sort of a traditional Christmassy kind of thing. So I thought I would head out to the bulk store today and see if I can get baking gums. They are hard to find. So we'll see how it goes. All right, there's that. Okay, Christmas card. I'm going to cut this down to the size I like for my collage bobbins. So I will cut this down so like 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that way I can square it up when I've got it all covered in collage. I mean, if the card was particularly super vintage looking or really gorgeous looking, I would keep it for the purposes of and using it as an element. But oh, I forgot to show you this. I brought home some packaging from work. This is like a newsprint, and I've just torn it up into a size that I can use. Oh, I have one right now that I can use as you know, backdrop for protecting my surface from whatever. And I'm just going to quickly collage these. Slurp a tea. Kitchener recipe for pickled cabbage. I'm just going to tear off some of the blank spots. I don't worry too much about what the words are. I try to get, you know, a variety of color in the paper. So these are things that, as I'm crafting, I can tear up into usable bits. Another recipe. So these recipes came out of some, I think, a local house. Some of them are from old magazines, and the color's good, but they were all taped to cards, and they're all gone sort of see-through. What's wrong with you? Nope. Image of a stamp from Costa Rica. Oh, a seahorse. I'm not going to use that. I might need it for one of my journals. Some tea-dyed music paper. flying at me. I think I'm getting to the very bottom of that glue stick. I don't have to go right to the edge because I'll be trimming that down when I square this up. Like that. That's fun. Just need one tiny piece. Set you to dry. Get a new glue stick. That one's terrible. This will also be terrible, but yeah, I mean the bear is cute, but it kind of has a 80s country decor look. This is tea-dyed. It's an image of a rose. I was watching Anna from Made by Granat. She does a video every Wednesday. Take out the trash. Earl of Sandwich Cookies, whatever that is. And she was asking in her video if her viewers thought she should continue doing her take out the trash, or not. She calls it use it or lose it. So let's just call it what it is. And I thought, you absolutely must. You know, I think, and I said in my comment to her that I think it's really important that we celebrate just the joy of, you know, creating without worrying about destroying valuable products, or feeling like it's a big task that has to be taken on and completed. It's just kind of nice to have a little small project to let your mind wander and not be stressed about it. I know that my Tuesday Take Out the Trash videos, according to the analytics, aren't as popular as other content that I create, but it's something I enjoy. And I know there's some people that really were happy to see me restarting Take Out the Trash. Just need a little thin strip here. That's a nice piece, but I don't want to. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Put it down there. All right, so there's another one. Now, I would normally let these dry completely before I try to size them. So I'm just going to put that up there, but I've got a few done here that I'm just going to give you a look at how I make these. Looking for a ruler. Okay, so I will cut this down to 4 by 5. I've definitely done a video showing how I make these, and this is not my idea. I feel like it was Heather from Ruby and Pearl, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so I've got my envelope punch board here. And on the long side, I punch at 1 and there. So the very corner is at the edge of the circle. I don't know if you can see that or not. They're right at the edge of that round blue part. And then I could measure, and I know that I can, it would be 3 5/8 at this point. But generally I just put my knife at the bottom of the roundy part and saw it down to the bottom of the roundy part there. There I have a bobbin. So I can wrap ribbon or strips of fabric, lace. Just looking to see if there's a piece of lace that I need to wrap, but I don't think I do right now. Okay, this envelope is very thin, and for that reason I like it, but it's also very white. So got my handy dandy spray bottle. This is coffee and alcohol so that it doesn't grow mold. Why aren't you spraying? I've broken it. What did I do? Well, that's not going to work, is it? I guess I could get a brush and a little dish. I need a bigger brush, but I don't have it. Because this has alcohol in it, it dries super fast too. As my son would say, super fast is regular fast, but wearing a cape. Now, of course, it's completely possible that I will be covering all of this with something or other, but if I elect not to cover it all, it's got a nice dyed base to peek through, I guess. I'll have to keep my eye out for a new spray bottle. I must have dropped it or something. It worked fine last time I used it. This gluey part, I'll add a little extra. Okay. Put that up to dry. All right, now we have the window. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing just fine. So I have this acrylic, and I have, which I've never used, is a die that has a window. Let me get set up. I got this paper back out of the recycle. This is paper. I don't know if you saw a picture on my Instagram the other day, but there was a siren calling to me, "Come to the thrift store, Nancy." And I got this roll of gorgeous pink ribbon from the 1930s. I think it's 2.5, 2.25 inch wide silk ribbon, and it was wrapped around this roll, and there was this layer of paper between the layers of ribbon. So I kept that paper because that's fun, and I'm going to use it to back this and cover up the Christmassy lights. Cut off that excess. I feel like I got a pill stuck. Okay. Here's the die, and I can get at least 2 out of each one. Let me grab my die cutting machine and I will pop those out. Okay, I've got these all popped out and I've inked up 3 of them, but I thought I'd just ink this last one on camera. I'm just using a little blending brush. And go in and get a little more ink on that very edge with a sponge. So I did have a little extra of each strip left over, so I popped some other dies on top, some little book plates, what have you. This is actually the center of one of the slides. Found this little picture. I think this is something I made, because that looks like paper I was gonna say this is a Timmy scrap because it feels like thick like a Timmy scrap, but I think this is something from a book. So I'm just going to ink this guy and make a little picture, and I might use this as a page tab or something. Looks like it was made for that, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll decorate something with him for sure. Okay, now just want to make sure I got enough room. For all 4 windows. So it looks like I have to cut it a little weird. I'm gonna pause for a sec. Doug was just coming downstairs to chit chat with me. Speaking of chit chat, so that's a new courier service, delivery service that Etsy has partnered with. I got my first order yesterday, and I prepared my first, well, not my first order, I've had thousands of orders, but my first package going by Chit Chats. So hopefully that all goes well, and if it does, then I could reopen my store fully, maybe? We'll see. Okay, I'm going to use my gem tack to glue the window in. Come on. Dry. Now I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put in the window. We'll have to see. What I've got probably. Whoops. Get back there, you. Probably I've got something pulled out here that I could make into something seashorey looking. One more. I already looked in the box where I have little fussy cuts and such. That's where I found my little sailor boy there that I glued on to that square of paper. So I'll have to look at the pages that I've got pulled. Okay, get the lid back on. All right, I will pause while I look for some pictures. Okay, I got a couple of things. This one I thought there's a little crab, or yeah, is that a crab? Some kind of creature. just holding that in place. Put that in my collage box. Okay. I like the look of this. Got some fish there and some aquatic plants. Did I cut this too small? No. Still a little too long on the top. Hmm? Right, there's one. I also kind of like this guy. Let's see if he'll work. Maybe if I go this way, I'll avoid getting glue in my window. Or not. So here's 3. I thought about this bird. No, it's too big. Oh, it's kind of fun. Something just fell. All right. Why aren't you sticking? Let's make you stick. That's pretty. Okay. Another one that's not sticking. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one looks like it could use a little bit more ink. I like them. I could add a little more to this, of course. I could use one of these little book plates and add a word there. I think I'm going to hold off doing anything else until I'm figuring out a place to put them in the book. But we managed to get quite a bit done. I was also thinking about these occlusions that I got. Oh, the lid doesn't want to come off. There we go. So it has these little shiny diamondy things. Little. Oh, that's cute. That's cute, Nancy. Can I add these diamondy things to every corner? No, I can't. But I do like the starfish, the little piece of blue stone, and oop, here's a little piece of mother of pearl. That's cute. Ooh, there's a blue starfish. Oh, I have lots of these blue ones. How come I didn't notice them? Ooh, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue those down. I don't like these little snowflakey things. I wonder why they included those. They don't look under the sea to me. Okay, I'm going to use some gem tack and glue those pieces down. All right, the envelope is dry. I told you it wouldn't take very long. I'm going to ink up this edge. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do a little stamping. This is an old Stampin' Up! Stamp. Had this for a long time. Now, I have a photo. This is a genuine photo. I used my, this had a decal edge, but it was too wide, so I used my decal edge trimmer to narrow down that white frame. I think I have some tape here. So, yeah, there's some tape. So my plan is to glue down the photo and then add the birds. Put birds up here and add the photo. That looks silly. And add the photo right up here. I got these photos at a flea market or something. This was fussy cut from a book. Gosh, I put these stamps in the wrong place, didn't I? Let's do some tape first. This is old tape that's been pulled out of, I don't know, scrapbook or something. Whoop. I love finding genuine old tape. Let's do one more. Oh, I'm just tickled about this. Can't wait to show Doug. Yep. I don't know what he's doing up there, but he's getting his exercise in, isn't he? got a little bit of cheesecloth here. Of course I do. Ooh, I like you. Cheesecloth. I do like that. Just kind of bunching it up a bit. Pulling some threads. You know what might be fun is some sequins. Let's see what we got. Gosh, I have the tiniest sequins here. Oh, I'm looking right at it. So I think I'll just add a couple there. This is just some of that netting that I initially said no to. Putting the torn off bits back on. Now I'm thinking I'd like a charm in there. Let's see what I got. I've got lots of things. That's a good one, isn't it? Too big though. I also have these big chunky ones. All right. Whoa! One went flying somewhere. Doesn't want to come out. I was thinking one of these little anchors. Yeah. Yeah. I'll use the gem tack for this one. A little more. I'm going to try to stick with the lighter blue. I said light blue. All right. Ridiculously happy with how this turned out. All right, let me clear the decks and I'll come back and do a little show. Okay. So this is what, oh my goodness. All right, so here we have the bag that I've got some paper to make something with next Christmas, probably not this Christmas. The Christmas card I collaged and turned into these bobbins for lace. here's what here's my idea for this paper. I'm going to tear little strips and then sort of attach it to the edge of a page and maybe add some beads and things. Oh, these. Made these little slide mounts. And here's the envelope. This is sort of what I was envisioning for making seaweed. I'm not going to add that. I think that's adding another color and a little much. If I was to add grass, it would be probably the craft color paper that I would use. So this can be a flip in, flip out, flippy dippy, hippie thing. Or I could sew it into a signature, close it up, open up this edge to make a pocket. I could just close it and use it for journaling on. Anyway, I'm really ridiculously happy with how everything came out. What a good use of trash. Before you toss anything during the Christmas season, take a look at it and see if you can figure out a way to upcycle to some journal projects. I hope you thought this was fun and interesting, and maybe it's given you a little inspiration. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.